Welcome to my channel, H. Cooper Crafty Bug. If you're new here, I hope you'll consider subscribing. Oh, they're not connecting. Hold on. Come on, earbuds. Well, give it just a second. I'll put them back in. We'll keep trying this again. Wait for a few people to get notifications and join. Now it shows that I'm connected. So you should be able to hear me better, hopefully. Don't forget to press that like button. So we're going to work on some mums. I'm working on some orders so you guys can watch me work and can answer questions, and I'll try my best to help you all out. Excuse me. There's Connie. Oh, that's okay, Connie. Sorry it took me a while to get on. I appreciate you jumping on. I hope the game goes well. Wait for a few people to start chatting. I'll go ahead and put some stuff in the description for anybody that needs the links. I'm always getting asked where you buy your supplies, your Amazon store, just, different questions like that. So let me get everything in there. I'm sure some people have football games like Connie and won't be able to join, so that's okay. I understand. All right. So if you want to know where I buy most of my supplies at, they are in the description. I put a link in there. It's no affiliation whatsoever, just letting you guys know where that is. I have an Amazon store. You can find that, my Etsy shop, my Pinterest page. There's links to those. And then, of course, you can buy me a coffee if you want to. That link is in there as well. Let's see what else. And then I do have some individual Amazon affiliate links that you can click on if you're looking for a certain thing, like the stapler. That's like the big thing. So I've got that in there. All right, looks like some people are chatting. It's thinning out, so we not be able to see anything. That would be bad. Jamie, hi Jamie, how are you? Rachel, how are you this evening, Rachel? Haley Court, hi Haley. I don't think we've ever had you on a chat before. I don't remember the name. And Rachel Rodriguez, hi, how are you? Good evening, everybody. So the mums that I'm working on right now, you can see one behind me. I tried to place it where y'all could see it. This is a full size with 18-inch braids and chains and streamers. So when I say full size, I mean like a 6.5-inch flower or even a 5.5. You can even do a 7.5. I've done all three with this size. This one's gonna probably be a 6.5-inch flower. I don't even know if I have any 7.5. Those were so hard to find the last 2 years. But definitely fuller, because it's full size. So definitely make it thicker. Make sure I have at least 5 braids and chains on it. Well, sometimes I only do 3. It just depends on the look I'm going for. Like, I did a really, really cute one last year that only had 3 braids on it, but it had a lot of letters and stuff, and just the placement and everything was so, so cute. So it doesn't have to have a bunch of stuff, like a bunch of braids to make it look really cute. But I'm pretty much done with the bottom of this one. I worked on this today. Thanks for talking up all American balloons. I love getting ribbon from there. I do too. They have the best prices on ribbons that I've seen. Acetates and lusters and such, especially luster. Some of them charge the same amount, and luster should be cheaper. But yeah, I worked on this some more this afternoon or this morning, and so I still need to do the top. I need to do the custom cutout. I'm going to do her name in a custom cutout. And I do have homecoming on here. And then I had to go back and add a navy blade, a navy ribbon on each side for the mascot and for the year, because all I have on this one is homecoming. And she's a senior. They're not doing the senior silver and white or gold and white. But I've got tons of senior stuff. So I'll really show you guys all that in a minute or after a while. You will have to excuse me. I'm extremely exhausted. My dogs have been sick. First, the little dog was sick, and then now Lucy has been sick. It's been 3 nights in a row of getting up multiple times. There's been accidents. I'm not going to go into details because I'm sure y'all don't want to hear all that. But it's been multiple trips outside, multiple, cleanups, and it's just. I asked my husband. I said, "Did we have a baby again?" And I don't know about it. But yeah, it's one thing to do that when you're in your 20s or early 30s, but when you're 48, I am exhausted and like a little bit loopy. So if I don't make sense, adding on mum braid or mum brain to everything, yeah, it's just over the top. Hi, Sylvia. How are you? See, I didn't message TJ. Let me do that real quick in case she's not getting it. I know she's working on a big order, so she may be busy. Okay. Oh, I want to show off my new shirt. This is in my merch store, my merch shelf. If you scroll down on any of my videos, I don't know if they show it on the lives or not, but right past where they show the description is a merch shelf, and I've got like shirts and aprons and hats. I even got a hat and cups and stuff that I've designed. And so this one I just designed, and I ordered 2 things, and I wasn't supposed to get it till next week, but I got excited I got it today. So it says it's mom season, y'all. And I've got it right up here as well. This cute cap. I was really excited about those. Yes, I know it has been a long week. So again, y'all just have to bear with me and excuse me if I don't make any sense. I bet you are. I know when you make a bunch in one color, you get really tired of it. Well, good job making some videos. That's exciting, Jamie. Don't try to make them too perfect. It's not going to happen. Give yourself a little break. My table is a little bit of a mess. Connie's missing out on seeing that. Okay, so what goes along with this order is that's for the senior, and then the sister, I don't know what grade she's in, but they ordered her hair bow mum. So I also was working on this today. I did all this part today. They're the Mavericks. So I did luster in orange and navy, the 2.5 in the back. And then I just added more layers, different patterns and such, glitter, and ended it with the acetate. Sorry, I don't know if I was holding that up high enough. So I'm going to put her name, and I'm going to put the mascot And my issue, and I'll tell you what I did and what I would have done differently. So I still need to cut out the stickers. I got the stickers in Design Space already done and saved, or designed and saved. She's got a really long name, and I really hate when they have a long name and they see my hairbow mums and they'll see one with someone's name like Ella or something short, and they'll see this big chunky letters that look so cute, going down, and they want that same look with some long name. This is Mariana. Mariana, I think, like 8 letters with a space in between. So I've done everything in the past. I've done them, like really small, and they only take up like this much room and they're hard to see. I've even like tapered them down. I've done them, kind of catty corners, make them as big as I can and put them almost on top of each other. But I just said, forget it. I'm going to attach them sideways. So they're as long as this. It's a really cute font, but Mustang's is going to be sideways and her name is going to be sideways. That's not my preference on a hairbow mom, but that's what I'm doing. Now, that being said, the way I'm doing the letters, since I won't be taking the letters off, and if I was putting the letters down like this vertically, I would peel them off and attach them individually. Well, since I'm doing them sideways, I'm going to use the transfer tape. And had I known that I was going to go that route beforehand, because I didn't really think about it, like I said, my brain and exhaustion, I would not have attached these first, because it's going to be more difficult to do the transfer tape with the ribbons while they're attached, because I'm going to have to be like this. And if you're trying to do it like on top of a bunch of other ribbons, it doesn't go well. Trust me. So just know people are going to ask me, why did you not put this vinyl on there on the ribbons first and then attach the ribbons? That's why, because I didn't realize I was going to do it that way. And here is the top. And anyone wanting to know how to do this, I have several videos. I've done more than one video of hairbow mums. I did, this part is grosgrain, and I did navy on the inside and then orange on the outside. Oh, it's my green mat. Okay. Is that better? Stands out better, doesn't it? Okay. I'm sorry, I'm so behind. I get to talking and not paying attention. That's okay. On my new channel, I've been doing a ton of shorts and just a few videos, and um, YouTube has really been putting my shorts out there. I've been getting like over 1,000 views on them, and so I've been getting subscribers from those shorts. The shorts won't count towards, like, if you're trying to get verified, you're trying to get those hours and the subscribers, the shorts aren't going to count towards that, but you do get subscribers from it. So they are a good thing, and yeah, just start out with shorts. That's a good thing to start out with. You should design something that says Ribbon Addicts Anonymous. That's a good idea. I'll work on that. Thank you, Jamie. That's such a good idea, Rachel. That's funny. Yes, that was so funny. Yes, yes, I do. I mean, come on. You guys can't even see half the ribbons I have. Oh, yeah, Jamie, definitely. So, mom and anonymous or something. You'll come up with something cute. Okay, so there's that. So I do want to maybe print those out while I'm on with you guys and see how that goes. I should be able to do that. And it'll be a little loud, but that's okay. I did have, Connie was here. I tell her I did have a mess and I did have to clean that up before I got on here with you guys. So I just shipped 3 mums today, and I'm so mad at myself. One of the mums I did not take outside and get a picture and video of. I was so mad at myself. I just like, I had it hanging up in here first, and I took a couple of pictures to send to the mom, and I was like, oh, I'll take some pictures tomorrow and then get it boxed up. Well, I had 7 orders to box up yesterday. And I spent the entire afternoon boxing up orders, and then I had to run kids here and there. So I didn't get to work on mums until last night. So anyway, I was just in that zone of boxing up orders, and boxing up a mum takes a long time. So I was like boxing up those two mums and then boxing up her mum, and then I sold my little senior teddy bear that I dressed, and then some trinkets and some other like some wreath supplies and stuff. So I had a bunch of stuff to box up yesterday, and I was just in that zone, and it hit me like late last night. I was like, one of the times that I had to get up with the dogs, I was like, I didn't take that mom outside and take pictures. And then I was even thinking in my head, can I unbox it and take it all apart just to get some pictures? And I was like, no, I'm not going to do that because I got through such a long process of getting it boxed up and secured in there. So I'm really upset with myself. I only have a couple of pictures. At least I did take a couple of pictures in here, but I did video, I think most, if not all, the process on that mom. If I remember correctly, I did a lot of videoing on those 3 mums that I shipped out, and I'm pretty sure that one I got almost all of it. Like, my battery went dead a couple of times, and so I missed a few little things, but even though I won't have a good video or picture, and see, I won't have a good picture for the thumbnail either, but you guys will get to see it getting made at least. Oh, thanks for joining in, Rachel. We appreciate it. Have a good night. I'm sure some people are at football games since they're starting now, but right now, doing a daytime live is not working out because I'm having to run kids here and there all throughout the day, and it's just like every 2 or 3 hours, and it would just be almost impossible to do a live. So I haven't. It's a good thing that I can do them on Friday nights. I don't know when I would be able to, if not. Okay. I did get a couple of things from Amazon I wanted to share, and I need to put a link to this in my store. I wanted some bigger French clips because all I could get at Hobby Lobby is 3-inch, and I used to have some 4-inch that I got from online a long time ago, and I couldn't remember where I got them from, and they were okay. They weren't great. They did kind of come apart sometimes. So I found these on Amazon. I just took a chance, and they seem like they're really, really good quality. But this is for the Hairbow Mums, and I used one on it. I just really like the 4-inch. It lets me make this a little bit wider than the 3-inch. It just gives me a little bit more room to play with. And so I'm really happy about that. So I will get that a link on. I like to look when I order something new, I like to actually use it and make sure that it's okay before I put it in my Amazon store because I don't want other people to buy it if I don't like it. So I do love them so far. I will do that. And there was 50 in a pack. It was a really good price too. And then you guys probably remember Connie bought something like this. I don't think this is the exact same one. For candy cane braids, she made a jig for it, but then she got one of these and said it was even better, but I'll still use hers too. But this one would be better for like if you're doing like a 1-inch ribbon. Connie said she showed the box in her video or live, I don't remember what it was, and said the price was around $10, I think. And so this one was the same price, and it looked like hers, but I think it's a different brand, or it just didn't come in a box. But it looks like this on one side and this on the other. And I can't remember which one she used, but it's got the different size dowel rods in it. It even has some little ties. So I'm excited to play around with that and make a candy cane braid for somebody. I still need to paint the one she, not paint, but glaze or something, put some kind of seal on the one she made me because she wrote a nice message on the back, and I want to make sure that doesn't fade. But that's all I got from Amazon. Sorry if that was loud. Oh, the ruffled braid. I don't think I've even tried the ruffled braid. Yes. Yeah, exactly. I can't remember. I don't think I've even tried that one. In the middle of this hairbow mum, I'm planning on putting this megaphone and maybe these little pom-poms. We'll see how they look. I kind of wish I had done navy on the outside because I have some orange glitter megaphones that would have been super cute, but it just, orange on orange, it's not going to show up as well. So if I had done navy, that would have been so cute. Again, didn't check to see what my supplies were. All right, let me show you this. I don't think I videoed any of this though, because I was having issues uploading, and like I said, I was doing those other mums. So if you can't tell, that's orange, white, and navy. That's not black, it's navy. So you can see how I did the streamers. These are 2.5 inch width. And I did a few layers of those, and then I did this silver wired ribbon. I did a whole bunch of those on top, like layered really well, stacked on top of each other. And then I did a few like these, some smaller glitter. There's some flower shaped diamond mesh. There's some honeycomb, just some different ribbons like that throughout there. And then I attached my braids and my trinkets. So there's a deluxe spirit chain, or 3-ribbon spirit chain, whatever you want to call it. I did call it a 3-ribbon, but I really like the deluxe that everybody else calls it. There's my homecoming ribbon, a whip braid. Not real crazy about my whip braid. It did not turn out real great. I used 9/16, but once I covered it with a bow and stuff, it doesn't look as bad. I used one of those giant bells that I got at Hobby Lobby and put a little bow on it. I put a lot of senior stuff, cheer stuff. There's another senior, another cheer, homecoming, one of my acrylic. Oh, on this tassel one, I actually had some orange tassel, so I attached an orange tassel on there too. Then there's a dog tag. That's navy. I think that's kind of turning out looking royal, but it is navy, I promise. It's a dark blue with grad on it. We've got a bell in the middle of that. So I got 2 bells. And I think that's it. And she wants pin on. This is grosgrain. I doubled the grosgrain just to give it a different look. And I gave her both a pretty straight pin and a safety pin. And I like to go ahead and get those on there. Otherwise, when I go to box it up and stuff, I'm going to forget. I'm going to be long past thinking about this at that point. So it's better to go ahead and put it on there before I, go any further. Did you really? We got those at this wholesale place years ago. They had a bunch of trinkets. I mean, it was years and years ago. And we bought up a bunch of stuff, and they just happened to have orange tassels, and we were like, okay, school colors are orange. And then I kept forgetting to use them. I think I have 1 or 2 left. So I just need to make a top for that, the top backer, and do some more stickers and cut out her custom cutout. I'm hoping the custom cutout comes out. I'm really gonna do, I did something different, and I think it's gonna be really cute. There's one part of it though I'm not sure about. So what I might do, Okay. Let me just pull it up. I'll share it with you guys. Oh, good. You can see it. Okay, so the first one I designed her name. I realized that none of the braids and stuff I were making were going to be good for names. So I was like, okay, I'll make her name custom cut out and I can either put it on a braid or put it on the flower. So first I just did her name and then I did a little cap and I welded it all together and it was pretty cute. And then I thought, wait a minute, she's a cheerleader too. I should really do like a megaphone. So I did a megaphone and then so I doubled the layer of the megaphone. I put her name and my plan is just to put, hi Diana. My plan is to cut out the name in another layer, so that's 3 layers, and then possibly even a little grad cap and kind of put it. I don't know if I wanna weld it like this, or if I wanna just put it separately, or if I just wanna skip the grad cap and do a little grad cap somewhere else on the mum. Um, Last year I did some megaphones with a grad cap kinda in this area that I had welded together. It was really cute and popular, and I just did, like, their first initial over here, I think. I'm trying to remember. It may have been just 1 or 2 people, but it was really cute. No, I think I did her name really small, though. So this isn't all that original. I just didn't remember, but I didn't this would be only, like, the 2nd one, I think. But I did do, like, some, uh, megaphones last year with just their first initial, and I did, like, one on a ring mum, and I did one on a bigger mum. But this would be 3 or 4 layers, and I think it would be really pretty and spectacular, but I don't know about like I said, I don't know about that cap. I'm just kinda showing it. See, if I weld it together, then, the little tassel is kinda gonna get lost, and if I cut it out in, like, silver, I think it'll really pop and just kinda lay on top of her name. And since she's got a 6.5-inch flower, I can make it a little bit bigger, and I think it'll work. I hope so. So I think I'll just nix the one with her name and the grad cap. Oh, thank you, Diana. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So if you guys have any opinions about that, I'm all ears. I do need to make it a little bigger. I was making it thinking a 5.5-inch flower just because I make so many 5.5-inch flowers. Uh, but I need to make it for a 6.5, which means I can go at least 6, maybe a little bit bigger. I The sizing on the custom cutout still gets me every single time, um, because I can cut one out. Let's say I have a 5.5-inch flower. I can cut one out um, at 5.5 inches, and it will just completely swallow it. But then I can cut another one out at 5.5 inches, and it will be teeny tiny, and look small. And you have to consider, like, if it was a grad cap, like, the points of it, that would be the 5.5 inches, so it wouldn't be quite as big. Something like that is gonna take up more room. So I'm learning that, but it's still hard to get that part just right. So I think I'll go 6. I want it pretty dramatic. She's a senior, I like the silver cap. Good. Me too. So that would be 4 layers. So that's the only custom cutout she's gonna get because I didn't want to put like a set amount, but people will, if they see one with like 3 or 4 custom cutouts, then they think theirs comes with 3 or 4 custom cutouts, no matter the size or. So I had to put in, okay, for this size, like that size, you'll get 1 or 2, and there'll be 2 or 3 layers. And then I also have the senior option, the senior upgrade. So that comes with one more, and it's usually for like the silver and gold. I mean, the silver and white, the gold and white. Sorry, I was reading a message. Because, when you make one that's like silver and white or gold and white, you're using a lot of pretty ribbons, expensive ribbons, and so you really need to charge more for those. So I'm adamant this year. I let people get away with it last year, and I lost money because of that. And so I made sure on each listing that if you're ordering a silver and white or a gold and white senior mom, you have to order the senior package. Otherwise, your order is going to get canceled. I had to just get rough, or not rough, but I had to get tough with people. Um, Otherwise, they'll take advantage of you. They really will. Because I know some of them probably did it accidentally, but others I know did it on purpose just to get away with it, see if they could get away with it. And I don't charge that much more, like $20 or $30. Depends on the size. I stink at prices too, girl. It's hard. That is the hardest part. So, okay, so like I said, this size comes with, I put on there, and so I put 1 to 2 because I don't want to get stuck with, okay, I have to make 2 for this mom, or I have to make this many, and it has to be this many layers. So I'm like, you get 1 to 2, 2 to 3 layers. So I just want to give myself some wiggle room to work with. And then, with the bigger ones, the longer ones, they come with 2 to 3. And I think I put 2 to 3 layers. So this is going to be 4 layers. Even though that grad cap is little, that's still a lot of work. That's still cutting 4 different, actually it'd be 3 different, because I'm going to do the first layer of the megaphone orange. Then I put them on the screen, the colors that I want to do them. And then navy, and then orange on her name. So I think that'll really pop. And then this, I think just a touch of silver with the grad cap, or do you guys think silver on her name and an orange grad cap? Let me know. So still, that's still like 4 layers that I'm attaching. So I think that's going to be the only custom cutout she gets. Plus, she got a dog tag that, I also put on the big mums, that they would get a pre-made dog. I made a bunch of dog tags in different themes and colors and stuff, so I would have them ready and I could grab one. So that's something different that my moms have. And then she also got the acrylic keychain, the round keychain that I designed. So that was something else different that she got. So I think that's going to be the only one. But like I said, it's going to be, I'm planning to make it as big, almost as big as the flower. Oh, here comes TJ. She's just now getting my message and didn't get a notification. I was afraid of that. So I'm planning on it being big and dramatic. So I think that's pretty even there. I do have another one this size. I think this is going to be popular this year just because people are trying to save money and they still want a big one. But, if you don't make it as long, then you're saving money. But she did order the senior package. And then I actually just got a minimum order that has the senior package. So that's the first Peewee, a Peewee garter. Uh, that's the first Peewee garter that I've gotten a senior package on. So I'm excited about that. Oh, thank you, Diana. Thank you so much. I'm growing really fast. I think I got like 300, over 300 in the last 28 days. I'm really excited. I'm hoping that I can get to 7K soon. There's our TJ. Hey, TJ. Y'all can probably tell I put on minimal makeup today. I did put on a little bit for y'all, but not much. Oh, thank you, Rachel. Oh, Jamie, me and TJ have been having issues too. Like, it started early. I can't believe you didn't get a notification. I was like, I need to message her. I didn't message her. I was rushing around trying to get it going. Lucy is still sick. 3 nights now with hardly any sleep. I took 2 naps today, y'all. I mean, they weren't very long, and because the dogs would wake me up, but they did help tremendously. And I've got a local mom to do, and all I've got done on hers is a whip braid in purple and silver. I don't know if you guys remember that purple and silver and white mum I made last year that had Gracie on the mum flower. It's for a local school, but I mean, it's not real close. It's like at least 20 minutes away. But this is the third time she's ordered from me, but the one last year was just like bling, 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 all kinds of glitter ribbons and stuff. And I just recently put it on my Pinterest page. It was one of those I missed. I know I missed some other mums from last year that I didn't get uploaded, but if you want to see it, I'm doing another one for her. And she wants her name again, so I'm doing her name completely different font and everything on the mum flower. But she's local and she's got to have it by the 6th. But of course, she'll come pick it up. So I have until the night before, I guess, late that night to get hers done. So I'm like working on hers, but working on my 16th. I'm working on the 16th dates for my Etsy customers. I know, I hate that, Jamie. You're not the only one though that I've had issues, I promise. Okay, so I'm gonna cut out the stickers. I think that's a good start, even though I turned that on. But I need to clean up this area. I know you guys can't see. Oh, good for you, Jamie. So I've got a bunch of scraps here. I got some twine that I was hanging the trinkets with, so I need to put that up. I usually have some kind of box or something that I like when I don't get something put back in the container when I'm done with it. I just throw it in that box and then I have to like go through that box every now and then and clean up. I really don't want to do that because it gets over full and then I forget that those things are even exist and I don't use them. And I also have a couple of containers that I am putting all my extras in. Sometimes I actually remember to use them. Yes, it is awesome to be busy, but I didn't want to be too busy. There's a fine line of being like crazy busy and just like too much and too little. I don't know. It's hard to find that right, middle ground. I was much more careful on my listings so I didn't get overbooked. And then I was like, am I underbooked? I started to doubt myself. And I was like, no, I got a double to do for the 16th. That one, 2 hair bows, doing that mid-size, that local mid-size. I can't remember what else. Oh, a garter, a full-size guy's garter, so that length. And that's it. So working on the 16th right now. Our school is the 23rd, so I had to like actually thin out 2 to make room for theirs. So it's been, it's hard to juggle all that. Okay, what was I doing? Okay, I'm gonna do her name. She didn't order like any bling or anything like that, so my silver glitter vinyl is gonna be just for bling mums this year because I am using that smart shimmer vinyl and it is more expensive, but I am really liking it. I've got it in silver, gold, and then I have white, not glitter, just white, and so everybody else is gonna get like white or a different color. Hey Madison Jean, how are you? And I got a new tin for over here that I've got my cardstock and my smart vinyl in. So here's my roll of smart vinyl. And let me see if I can get you guys to where you can see me actually cut this stuff out. I know this is one of the things I don't get to show very often. And I'll show you why I don't like this, but I still use it for certain things. Okay, I'm going to lower you guys. Hopefully I won't drop my phone again like I did that one time. Ooh. Yeah, see, my phone wants to knock my light down. Ah! All right. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. This phone makes the whole thing top heavy, which is a big issue. I'm going to have to move it back. Yes, well, check at Walmart, Jamie. I got this white one for $5. In ours, it was closer to the garden center, not in the garden center, but it was close to that. They had several different shapes, and they were marked way down. I think it was like $30 or $35 normally, and it was marked down to 5. And then the silver one, or aluminum looking one, was from a couple years ago at Walmart. So check there, and it was a good price too. Oh, come on. All right, guys. I put some weights on it. All right, I think that's as good as we're going to get. Yes, let me show you real quick. I'll show you what I've got. Okay, Madison, get this at Michael's. That's the only place that I've seen it. It's Design Master, if you can see that really well. This is made for any floral projects. You can use this on fresh flowers. So any kind of silk flowers, you can use it on wooden things, any kind of crafting things. They have it in so many different colors. I used to have orange as well, since that's the main school colors that I have here. I used to paint the flowers orange or black a lot. And I do have an older video. It's one of the, from my first probably 6 months or a year that I was started my YouTube channel. I do have a video for it. But this, I mean, it'll do several flowers, but you have to do a lot of coats. You can take your flower apart and do it like that, but I normally just sprayed it over and over and over again and just tried to get all up in there. And you'd have to kind of like shake out the petals because some of them would get stuck together. And then, once you're making it, sometimes you'd find a white petal or something. So do be aware of that. That does happen. But if you'll watch that video, I know that it's there somewhere. I'm trying to remember. It shows on the thumbnail, it shows like orange and black mum flowers on the picture. But that's the only thing I've found that works, and it works really, really well. The last time I bought it was around $10. But if Michael still, yeah, they still do coupons. So if you use like your 40% off, then you get it for $6. Oh, that's right, they do. I have a lot of those big baskets in my pantry on the floor of my pantry. I love them. You're very welcome, Madison. Okay, so let me show you how this thing is supposed to work, and then I'll show you how I use it. So you were supposed to put it in there like this. My table is dirty. Every time I get my vinyl out, it's got stuff all over it because my table is so dirty. So it took me forever to figure this out because they don't even put any instructions in there. You see this? You actually have to, you're supposed to slide this through. This is your cutter. So I do love the cutter. And on the bottom here, you see these little grooves right here? You probably can't see them, but my fingernail is in them. That is supposed to line up with these grooves right here. Supposed to, but does not at all. So it's supposed to line up and be like something like this. And then, you know, this gets fed in there. That gets fed in there like that. And it's supposed to be all like this and all wonderful. And then you cut it when it's done. But what happens when you do it like this is this thing jerks all over the place. And then it doesn't move real well through here. It's a very tight fit. And a couple of times it's gotten jammed up in there. And so I ripped a whole section of vinyl that I was trying to cut. So I just sit it in there and just set it close to it. It still jerks all over the place, but it does keep control of the roll a little bit better. So it's better than nothing, but I honestly, I don't know that I'd recommend anybody buying one. They might have a better one out there, but I do use the cutter because this is 13 inches wide on the smart vinyl, and you have to have a clean, straight cut on it for it to feed in properly. So that cutter does come in handy for that. All right, let me go into, what are you growling at? Can you guys hear that? That's Holly. All right, go back to my projects. What is it? There is absolutely nothing out there. Nothing. Oh gosh, why does it do that? I forgot to save that last one. Sorry, I can't show you what I'm doing on the computer as well. Okay, so I'm cutting out, like I said, I'm cutting out her name and Mavericks for the mascot. And then I'm also cutting out some cheerleader silhouettes and some megaphone silhouettes because I like to put some stickers or vinyl on the bow itself. And if I have any room on the ribbons, I will. I'm not sure I will on this one, but I like to have a few extras. And I hopefully got these sized correctly. All right, so Cricut Smart Vinyl. I'm just going to tell you what I'm doing. Those of you that have a Cricut, you know what I'm talking about. Without a mat, which I love. Now it's trying to connect to my Cricut. My Cricut. Okay, Smart Vinyl Permanent Default. And now I have to load it. See, I have stuff all over my vinyl. I really like the color of white too. Like, I don't know if I'd say the color white, but it's like matte and What I had before was glossy, and I really like the matte finish. Now I'm just starting it. Okay, well, it's doing its thing. I'm going to go back and see if y'all are chatting. Hopefully this won't be too loud. You'll see that this cuts a lot faster too when you use the smart vinyl. It always takes a minute to start. So I've got 2 ribbons that I'm putting, one her name and the other one Mavericks. And I told everyone earlier, but I know there's a few more people on now. I usually put the name vertical, so I put each letter, I attach each letter separately, and sometimes I do them catty corner, sometimes straight down. She's got a really long name, so I decided to just do them sideways so I would have more room and I can make them almost as big as the ribbon. I wasn't planning on doing that when I first made it. If I had known I was going to do it that way, I would have not attached these first. I would have done, because I'm going to use transfer tape. So those of you that don't understand why I went ahead and attached the ribbons before attaching the vinyl, that's why, because I wasn't planning on doing it this way. I have a big roll of transfer tape. Now, the only thing I hate about this white vinyl, or permanent vinyl, it's not real great with any of the transfer tape. The heavy duty one, if that's what they call it, strong grip, is what I use with the glitter. It's perfect for it, but it's too strong of a grip, way too strong for this. But a lot of times this won't work on it. So this may be a mess. They really need like a medium one for this new vinyl. And maybe they are coming out with one, I don't know. I'm just going to cut a section of this. Okay, now I feed it through here. And I can see where the end is. Now I can cut it. And it never wants to cut right there. So I have to do it a couple of times and then really go over it. I don't remember how much this thing was. It wasn't like crazy, but still it was probably $20, $30. And it's annoying when something doesn't work out right. Amazon has it. I've looked for that, Jamie, and looked for that, and I have never seen it there. Almost every time I go, I look, and I have never seen it. So I need to look for some thicker. This did not cut real great. May need to sharpen my blade already. Okay, I am done with that. Now this font is, if I remember correctly, it's one I purchased. This is not a font from Cricut. It is called Farmhouse. It's so cute. Usually these work really well. These really fine tip. Yeah, that one came off good. Probably won't be able to see that. Yes, I'm pretty sure they are. You know, when my husband got this for me for my birthday, they gave me all the accessories too. All these. They got me all these and then some of these pins. I've got like 2 or 3 pins. I've even got extras for the pins. The mats, they got me all kinds of stuff. All right, guys, let's see how this goes. Like I said, this may be a hot mess. Pat back so I can do this. This is my favorite one, and it's from Dollar Tree. This one was one for my scan and cut. Sometimes it would work really well too. So far, so good. Oh, thank goodness. Yay. With that little one. Don't want to bend my ribbon. Hey, Miss Kay. That's okay. What do you use to put glitter cardstock cutouts together? What, glue? Or, I mean, I cut them out on my Cricut, and then of course glitter cardstock, and then I use art glitter glue. And I know you can't see that. There we go. I get it off Amazon. I do have it in my Amazon store if you want to use my link. Love that stuff. It's got a really fine point. You can see it's got glue all over it, but so it doesn't ooze out too much, especially, you know, when you're trying to do a real intricate one. Works awesome. One of my subscribers actually told me about that glue a while back, and so happy with that. I end up with transfer tape all over my mat too because I'll reuse them. Look how cute that is. Oh my gosh, I love that. So, so happy with that. Oh, good. Have fun making those. You'll get, like, once you get it down on how to do the custom cutouts, it's so much fun. And you can just make so many different designs. You're welcome, Madison. Thank you, Diana. Thank you, Miss Kay. I'm really happy with that font. That's super cute. That is, again, it's called Farmhouse, and it's from Creative Fabrica. And that's in my description as well, a link for that. I saw TJ had a post about it when they were running a sale on their monthly subscription, and that's when I bought it. Farmhouse, TJ, you'll have to get it because I know you've got it. I know you have Creative Fabrica. This is my first time using it on a mom too. I just love having so many different fonts because I don't want to use the same font on everybody's, especially, you know, the Pee-wee and Minnie mums, because to me, my Pee-wee and Minnie mums are all about the stickers and the vinyl, the words. I spend a lot of time on those ribbons and on those fonts and, you know, designing different things, their names in different fonts. And I, you know, always use more than one font on the Pee-wees and Minis, but I think it's just a different look. And I just think it's all about the fonts, and it just makes it, you know, that's just my uniqueness on my mums. Everybody's got their own uniqueness. So every year I want to come up with new fonts for their mums and, you know, just make them updated. I don't want them to look the same every year or two. The design may be the same, but I'm using different fonts, so that really upgrades it. This last A does not want to come off. Ooh, pumpkin butter. I did something pumpkin, but it wasn't pumpkin butter. I can't remember what it was. Like hello pumpkin, or I don't know, something like that. Yeah, just farmhouse. That's what it says on my Cricut. Yes, this would have been so much easier to do before I attached it to the mum. I do realize that. I know I will get people later on to tell me that. Ooh, beautiful farmhouse. There's so many fonts on Creative Fabrica. I mean, you can just spend a day searching fonts, scrolling through their fonts, never get to the end. The reason why I didn't reuse that one because I was afraid, you know, that it wouldn't work as well being reused. Any other vinyl, it would have been okay. Look how cute that is. I think that's super cute. It's funny how just putting the names on there changes the whole look of the bottom of the mum. The only thing I'm worried about with this mum, or these two mums, is I think it's a grandma that ordered them for a gift. So she even bought gift wrapping, which how am I supposed to gift wrap these? So I did make like a real pretty card for her, and she had a message, and I printed that out. But everything comes through translated, and she didn't put the name. She gave me the names later, and I was like, okay, so this name goes on this one, and that name goes on because she just like sent me the name. She didn't tell me which moms, and I was like, okay, so does this name go with this one and this one? Yes. I got back, yes. So I was like, okay. I mean, because that would be awful if the wrong names were on the wrong ones, or if they were misspelled or something. But it won't be my fault. But it would still make me feel bad. TJ, I need to write that down, or I'll forget by the time this is over. Okay, beautiful farmhouse. And what was it? Pumpkin butter. Now I need to write Creative Fabrica, or I'll look at this note later and say, what in the world? Okay, I have to write things down. I still have not done my extended storage on my laptop. You would think this sucker would be like over full because I didn't get like the top of the line, top of the line storage or anything when I got my laptop. I got what I could afford, but I did get an external storage, and I still haven't done it, TJ. Oh, that's from a trinket pack. Let's see. This one was from Walmart. They're those Offray, like the ribbon company that Walmart has been getting. I didn't see any trinkets out the other day when I was there. Oh, sorry. So they do different ones, because when my husband had went to Houston for something like 2 or 3 years ago, I can't remember when it was now. He got some different ones in y'all's area, but these were the ones they were selling in our area. So, but nobody in our area has a horse mascot that I know of. So I kept collecting the horses. I think I sold a bunch of the horses to somebody last year. But it's so cute. I mean, it's got the paw print. The paw prints are a good one to have, and the cute cheer one. I should send you some of those, TJ. I have a bunch of them. You think about that. Every time I send some Happy Mail, I'm like, okay, what do I have that they don't have, that I have a bunch of? Okay, as you can see, I really am not going to have any room for stickers on there. I could probably put one here, like a cheerleader. You might be able to see that back there, but unless I had like a tiny megaphone, because by the time I put this up here, so you have to be careful not to cover up their name either. It's going to be something like that. And when it's in their hair, it might be, it might be like this in their hair, but it might be like this too. I'm not sure. Oh, baby is a script. Okay, so I do want to put stickers on this. Thank you, Miss K. All right, so I need to cover up the center. This is the back side, the front side. And so I need some pretty ribbon, or, just some plain ribbon, something to cover up that zip tie in the center. I'll probably use just some grosgrain. I'll get like a piece of navy, I think, if I have the thin. No, I don't. You really won't be able to see much of it, maybe at the top, but so just as long as it matches. If you could see it, I would suggest doing something pretty like a glitter or something, but that's not gonna matter in my case. When I do like the megaphones or anything like that, footballs, baseballs, I always try to do extras just to, you know, I mean, I may end up using them all on that particular mum, but it's nice to have some extras. So when I'm doing those rush mums and I'm like, oh, you know, how about some little stickers? At least I have some extras I can grab from. I'm actually going to flip the sticker over when I attach it and do it like this. Let that thing heat up. It takes a little while to heat up, but I don't like leaving it on because it drains the battery so quickly and it gets really, really hot. TJ, did you see my shirt? This is one of my new shirts on my merch shelf. I don't know if you can see it. Let's tilt you guys up just a little bit now that I'm done with my Cricut. It's mum season, y'all. And I got the hat too. I know, it's hard to see. You could see it better at the beginning of the video. Isn't that cute? You'll see the hat when I go back. When I lift that up later, you'll see the hat. The hat's really cute too. This shirt is, let me see if they're showing. I don't know why on the lives they won't show my merch shelf. But if you go to any of my videos, you can see it. Well, looks like that's heated up. Yeah, but let me just look real quick. So it's right past the description. It says shop the H. Cooper / Crafty Bug store. And it's actually the very, I think it's, yeah, that's the very first shirt that shows is this exact style. So I wanted to be able, I wanted that one to be first so y'all knew which one I had. And it is, but I did bags and stuff too with it. It's called the Roll Cuff t-shirt. And this is a large and I mean, it fits just right. So if I had bought it before I'd lost weight, it would have been too tight. So it's on the smaller side of large, y'all. So be careful about that. Thank you, Miss K. Okay, this is heated up. Let's do this ribbon first. This is 3 inches. I just guesstimate on these. I don't have a set size. I end up cutting them too big usually. Hopefully not too small. Again, if you've never seen me make one of these and you're wondering how I made this part, I have several videos where I've done this. Where I've done the streamers, where I've done the bow part. So I do have those videos if you want to see that. And this one has 3 loops on each side, and that's my preference. I was making them with 2 for some reason. I actually just, like the very first one I made with 3 on each side, and then I started making it with 2, and I kept wondering, why does it not look the exact same? It was because I wasn't cutting them the same, and just didn't realize it. But when you do 3 on each side, it's just fuller. You get more of that pinwheel rounded look. The 2 is cute too, but this is my preference. Okay, so very, very simple. See, this could be a regular hair bow. This is the back side, like I said. And I've gotten to where I'm starting to glue them this way so I can really see where I'm gluing it. I use a good amount too. I'm going to put it kind of on the bottom part of that middle because I don't want to cover up her name. I would be very careful about that. And then I like to take these loops, these middle ones, and like push it. Make sure that I'm gluing it to those, that it's glued all the way across to actually something, that there's no gaps, just to make sure it's nice and secure. See, if I had put that any lower, I really would have covered up that end. You can still see it, but it's, you know, close. And that's okay. If part of it's covered up, that's okay. But as long as you're not covering up, you know, big portion of the name, you want to be able to read it. You can read it. I'm just going to let that dry. So much happier with these 4-inch clips. Whoa, I want to burn myself. But I think that's super cute. And then I'm going to put that megaphone in the center. You'll have to tell, you guys will have to tell me if that pom-pom looks cute or not. So let's set that aside. So I still need to do that, but I also need to do her custom cutout. I'm going to turn that off for now. Do you guys want to see me cutting the custom cutout and that process? Speaking of custom cutout, the orange options right now, or at least at Hobby Lobby, are awful. I need to check at Michael's next week. I have to go over in the area of Michael's and see if they have a better orange and buy that up if they do. I just hate their cardstock's $2.50. I hate that. Sure. Here's the orange from, excuse me, from Hobby Lobby. It's a little bit on the darker side. This was a chunky that they used to sell, and I'm not using that anymore. But this is the orange they used to have. Now look at the huge difference in that. This was too light. Now this is too dark. I'm definitely going to go with the darker one for her mom. And let me see if I have some navy that'll work. There's a big navy piece, so that should be plenty for hers. Okay, Miss Diana. You see, I've been trying to keep it cleaned up as I go. These little stickers turned out well. A little basketball goal. I think I actually used that on that extra long I was talking about. Here's baseball or softball. And then you can see where I peeled this one off, basketball heart. Those were fun. Thanks for sitting through the ad, Jamie. I appreciate that. I know they can be a pain. I try to watch ads too for people, at least one. I think, I'll sit through it on TV a lot of times, so why can't I sit through it on somebody's YouTube channel and give them a couple of pennies? I don't know how much it is. It's different for every ad. Okay. Oh, now y'all are moving. Hey, Jamie, welcome back. Okay, I'm gonna do the custom cutout for her. Let me save this one again because I made a little bit of changes and get back to Nina's. Let me check the size one more time. Okay. All right, the bottom piece lengthwise exactly 6 inches, and it's supposed to be a 6.5-inch flower. So, and I don't want it to be small. I want it to be dramatic and big. So I think that I'll be pulling that off. And then I want her name pretty big. Yeah, her name's going to turn out pretty big too. Okay. I think everything is how I want it for any material. I don't want to do the graduation cap first. Let's do the orange first. I'm always rearranging how they have this on here because I don't think they put them on the mat. A good way to cut them. And then I'm overthinking it and doing too much. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. Continue. It's already turned on. Oh, I need a mat. I just have a nail on the in the side of my work table. This is a heavy duty work table, so I just got a nail on the side, and that's where I hang all my mats at. It's on. What is the deal? This stupid thing. I'm gonna have to start over. It's not connecting with it. Okay. I was having problems the other day too. Design Space kept locking up on me, and I kept losing what I was working on. So every time I made some little change on something, I would save it. I'd make a little change, I'd save it. I'd make a little change, I'd save it. Lucy Lily should be in here in a minute to let you out. I told her she better listen. It's still saying no device found. Anybody got any suggestions? Did they? Hey Diana, welcome back. No, I do not move it. I leave it alone. It's in the perfect place too because it's just empty space back there. So when the mat goes behind, It just goes into empty space. It doesn't take up a lot of room, but yeah, I just moved it over here for you guys. I don't move it every time. Connect the cord. Maybe the cord came loose. Oh, are you talking about? I don't have it. I can't. I've got a MacBook. If there's a cord that connects it, I don't. Okay. Let me just get out of design space. This sounded like a good idea. Yes, I want to quit. See, when you do lives too, this is what happens. No, things go wrong. You just have to go with the flow. Let's try this again. Make it for any material. Continue. Continue. Actually, I have a little Bluetooth button up here. I probably should have played with that first. Maybe that would have worked. Okay, it worked that time. Glitter cardstock. Load tools and materials. All right, so this is the orange. And I love that I did them in the colors on the screen that I want to do, because then it's showing me the matte colors. Like this matte is showing up orange. This is the matte I'm wearing out more often because I'm using it just for the cardstock. And I clean it every time, but it's still getting worn out really fast. But this is the strong grip, so I knew it would be the best for cardstock. Yeah, that's the only thing I hate about a MacBook, because you don't have USB. They probably make some kind of adapter, but I swear they adapt you to death with electronics and such. You'll notice that it's slower since I'm not using smart materials. I don't know if you guys noticed how quick it was with the smart vinyl. I do that too. I use that painter's tape too with my scan and cut. Those mats were terrible. They were not as adhesive as these are, and I was always using masking tape along the edges. But I've got my baby wipes, and then when it does, I think I have sprayed this a couple of times. I use that fat grip spray. It works really well. So this is nice and dry now. You can see the glue, but it's not a hot mess or anything back there. I try to keep it kind of clean back there. Doesn't have to be perfect, but you don't want it to look a hot mess back there. So now I've got this, you know, mess in here. So what I do, I just cut around that. I want to make sure I don't have any weird edges. And then I just put it back on in my basket. Reuse it as many times as I can. Okay, now for the blue. So this is the very bottom layer right there. And there's her in. And the rest of it printed out together. It was close enough that it printed out together. I had I had welded it together, but I didn't weld it with the end because it didn't look good. So it's going to be easier to attach having this part of her name together. Because when you're doing a name or something and you're freehanding the letters and you're trying to get them straight, you know, it looks like a straight line, and that can be difficult. I'm going to need a little piece of silver. For that little graduation cap. I could do a foil, or I could do white. Would white be better? What do y'all think? The silver or white will work with this. I can't get any of these to pick up. I guess that really doesn't. It looks white on there. All right. Oh, that's going to be pretty. So there's the navy and orange. And then her name is going to be something like that. And then the little graduation cap would be right between that A and N, kind of above that. Okay, I'm going to stick with silver. Now I'm going to try to keep putting stuff up after I'm done with it. Thank you, Rachel. All right, how big was that? Definitely needs to be cleaned again. you, Miss Kay. Hey, Deborah Crump, how are you? Thank you. Oh, it moved. Did y'all see that? Yeah, it didn't even cut it. Well, it kind of did. This paper must be thicker or something. Damn it. Let's try this side of the mat. Sometimes if you just switch sides, it works. Okay, I'm gonna do more pressure. It's peeling up. Got it. See if I can get it to do it without having to change mats or use some tape. It looks like it's sealed good over here, so that should be okay. Oh, you're welcome. Yes, me too. Cut. So this is from Michael's. This is that silver with the holographic kind of looking, rainbowish looking color in it. So pretty. But it does feel a little bit thicker than the others, so just beware of that. And my little graduation cap. Gotta be careful with the little tassel. I don't want it to rip off. So my plan was to put it kind of between the A and N and have the tassel on top of the A. Cute, huh? All right, let me move this. This sucker's heavy too. Then I can glue it together. Thank you, Rachel. So not only did I get her name, but I got cheer and senior all in one. And I might still give her a small custom cutout, like another graduation cap. Like some of them last year, I did like a few, like I would do 3 graduation caps on a braid or something, kind of like cascading down. Thank you, TJ. Thank you, Diana. All right, guys, not clogged up. I love this stuff because it's just like a thin line. Rarely ever does it ooze out, but even if it oozes out, once it dries, you can't even tell usually. Maybe on the foil paper, but not the glitter. Try to line it up evenly. I like some of the mini mums. Of course, I'll make this a smaller version because it's smaller flowers. Some of the flowers are 4 inch, some of them are 5.5. But this is a good one to do on those too, because I don't do complicated custom cutouts on the minis and peewees. They want to pay extra. But this is a good one to do for a cheerleader or the little cheerleader silhouette where she's holding her pom-poms up and it looks like she's jumping in the air. That's another really cute one to do. Figure out where I want her name. This was not very hard at all, so that's why I'm thinking I'll probably give her a little one. I was just thinking it seemed like it was a lot of layers, like it would be a lot, but since the name is all connected here, and being a megaphone, that's not hard to put together, so it really isn't that complex as I was thinking it was going to be. That's why I like don't want to tell them exactly what they're getting. I don't want to have to give them, this many of that and this many of that. It just doesn't work well for me. I know that works well for a lot of other people, and that's great. I'm just a kind of go with the flow kind of person. And I kind of like it to make itself. And as I'm designing it, I want to say, hey, I think it needs another custom cutout, or I think that's plenty, or I think it needs less braids or more braids or whatever. It would take, suck all that fun out for me of designing them if I was like, okay, I have to put this on it. It has to have this and it has to have this number of stuff. But then there's other people that are, they need that, and that's okay. Just because I do something some way, you guys, does not mean that I think that's the right way and the way that you guys need to be doing it. I know there's mom makes like that too. Don't listen to them if they're telling you that. You do what works for you. If it works for you, then it's perfect. Exactly, Rachel. And I like to be creative. That was not hard at all since I connected the rest of her name except for the first letter. It was so much easier to attach and I didn't have to worry about making that straight line. I bet if other people see this, they're going to want it later on in the season. That happens to me too. Like at the beginning of the season, I'll make some cutouts or something, and other people, and I'll add them to the listing, and people will see it and they'll say, I want that on my mom. Exactly, Rachel. That is exactly right. See, that's what works for you, Jamie, because you need limits, and that's okay. And I had that problem too, and I still kind of do. Um, I have to rein myself in. I think we were talking about that on Connie's Live, weren't we? Reining yourself in. See how the tassel kind of goes over. I just kind of like that. I thought it was cute, except because it looks more like it's it. And I wanted that a light color so it would pop on that navy. I know it probably looks royal blue on there. No, it looks pretty dark on my screen. Exactly, TJ. Because I hate when it feels unfinished to me. Exactly. Y'all are so right. Hey, Amanda's Homestead Journey. How are you? I'm glad you caught alive. Thank you, Miss Kay. Okay, so most of y'all know I do this, but just for anybody that's new or anybody that will watch in the future that hasn't seen me talk about these custom cutouts or make custom cutouts. Okay, you're probably wondering what these sheets are. Since I have an Etsy business, I have a thermal printer. These are the backings to the labels. They're brother. I realized that this non-sticky part was the best thing for these because sometimes the glue does ooze out, and if you use I've used parchment before and it works the best for any other if you don't have this, but like I used wax paper once, that did not go well. Wax paper stuck to it all over it. So there's a glossy side and it works awesome. And I used to just keep a few of them. I've been keeping all of them. I have a huge stack of them. So if anybody needs some of these, if you don't have anything that works and you don't have any reason to have a thermal shipping label printer, I would be more than happy to ship you some of these. I reuse them over and over again unless they just get nasty, but I have not had any issues with them getting nasty. So I put one behind it, one on top of it, make sure that it's completely covered. I put it on my dresser. You know, you want to make sure that the bottom's covered too. You don't get anything on your dresser, any glue or anything. That would be bad. So you might want to put something underneath that if it doesn't cover it completely. And then I stack hardcover books on top, at least two or three. Leave it overnight, and that glue is going to set. Plus that pressure, it's like it's been pressed, and I have had the best results with that. So I suggest if you're doing custom cutouts to do that. I know sometimes you're making them last minute and you can't do that. Just do the best you can. I think somebody said they put theirs in their heat press, not with it on, just like press it down so it gives it a good pressing. Yes, that's right, Diana. So what? It still did stuff, right? Oh, it still did designs and such. All right, so that will go on my dresser tonight. I never attach those unless it's time restraints and I have to attach it that day. I'm not happy about it, and I will warn them, please check, make sure that it's not peeling off or anything. Yeah, this is how many I've got. Like I said, I used to just save a few, and I've been saving all of them, and they're just crammed in here. And if I have a big one, then I just layer a bunch of those sheets until it's completely covered. Yes, it's a must. And, you know, nobody starts, I mean, well, not nobody, but I mean, I didn't start out with one, and a lot of people don't, unless you had one for another reason, or you got one as a gift, or, you know, for your birthday or something, and you were using them for scrapbooking or whatever, you know, other things. But most mom people didn't have one to start out with, and you just, you know, work with what you have. But yeah, that would be great to get one for Christmas. TJ uses cameos, she uses silhouette stuff, so she would be the one to ask about, you know, if you want to know which ones are the best ones to get. or how to use them. Did you? Did it work out? Oh, I didn't have Wi-Fi here for a long time either, Diana. Put y'all up again. See if that's enough, or if it's gonna cut off my head. So here's my hat again, if y'all didn't see it. I think it's so cute. It's one of those with the snap, the plastic snap adjust. But I just love the gray hat. I thought it was so cute. Ooh, Black Friday is a good time to get that. Yeah. Yeah. Cutting your own stickers is, I don't know what I would do if I didn't have that. I mean, I can't even imagine having to buy all those stickers. Um, Especially if you're using those, the homecoming stickers. I used to use scrapbooking stickers, but I only sold locally back then. And I don't know if any fell off or not. Nobody ever said anything. But things fall off, mums. Little things like that. It's just part of it. Hi, Irene. Welcome. That's okay. What is the name of the font that uh that I use a lot, or that I used on this? I don't know if you saw this hairbow, mom. I use all kinds of different fonts. Lots and lots of fonts. Thank you, Amanda. Yeah, see, I knew she's a silhouette girl. She's the one to go to. If I ever get one, I'm gonna, if I ever decide to have two different machines, which there's always something else on my wish list. But yeah, if I ever do get another machine, I will probably get some kind of, silhouette, so I can compare, and do different things. But I'd definitely be checking with TJ before I made that purchase to see which ones she would suggest. Oh, that's such a good idea, TJ. I never think of that when you're using a really skinny font to make it thicker. See, this girl, you guys, I love TJ so much. She's always, giving me advice and ideas like that. Oh, on the megaphone. Let me go back there. I'm pretty sure I can see that. Oh, no, I can't. Since I welded it together, it won't let you edit it, so it won't show you um, what the font is. And we went through this the other day. It's saving. Hold on. And I'm pretty sure it's a font that I purchased, so it's not one that's available on Cricut. Yeah, it's not showing. It's not telling me what it was. I do have my favorites bookmarked, and all the ones that I purchased bookmarked. That way I know. Let me see. No, it wasn't that one. Let's see if it was going to jump out at me. I just designed it last night. You think I'd remember? No, that's not it either. I'm getting way too many now. I thought it was groovy retro, but that's not it. It's a fun one. It's a little bit, it's thicker too. Here it is. It's Mashally, M-A-S-H, like mash, A-L-L-Y. It's one word. Uh, but I've been purchasing a lot of fonts off Creative Fabrica, and the link is in the description if you're curious about that. I have a monthly subscription, but you can buy just font individual things, right, TJ? I think you can. Okay, I'm missing a lot of the. That's when our homecoming is too, Diana. And for some reason, it seemed like I got bombarded with September 16th orders, and I had to turn people away. And it was just like there was all these other September dates, and nobody, not very many orders for those. It was weird. Like everybody was doing it for the same day. I'm behind you guys. I'm sorry. Yes, and word of mouth is really a good way too, Diana. Yeah, Jamie, I don't blame you. I would have, there would be some that would work, that seem to work really good, and then others would not. And sometimes I would take, like, the little individual rhinestones, I would do hot glue on those and glue them to the corner of each sticker, like maybe one on the top, one at the bottom, or just like at the top. So it was like a little extra security. Even if it came loose, it would still be hanging on by that rhinestone. Ooh, a graphic designer. See, I don't know what strokes are. Y'all are, that's way above my head. I'll have to remember that, TJ. On Cricut, it's offset. That is like magic. I never thought of that. I know, isn't that such a good idea? I mean, yes, see, I love that Creative Fabrica. I mean, they have so many fonts. You could just get on there for hours and just be like, oh, that one's pretty. Let me download that one. Let me download that one. September 9th, 16th, and 30th. Well, that's not, at least you get a little bit of some gaps, not much though. And my local people, they are last minute every time, every time. And I tried to like not take as many Etsy orders so I would have a little bit more time. But today I was thinking, wouldn't that be funny if like I only got like a couple of orders this year after leaving some space for it. But that's where my mind always goes. But oh well, if I don't, then I'll have some breathing room at least. I don't think it's going to be quite as busy this year. Like I said, I mean, I did have to turn some people away, but I'm not doing as many as I did last year either. Yeah, word of mouth is what started for me too. That was 8 years ago. So, yeah, see, September, like I said, the 16th was the biggest date. And then I think I have one for the 23rd, but 23rd is ours. But, it's different on Etsy because if Etsy is a 23rd homecoming, then I have to have it shipped out the week before. So you know, that kind of messes with my head, like, when I'm like, "Okay, but our school is the 23rd, but I don't have to worry about having them done till the night before if it has to be." And I've got a few October too, and it seems like there's one date on October that's, like, really full too. Yes, the 21st. October 21st is, like, the big homecoming date so far. Oh, really, Miss K? I wonder what it is about the 23rd. Um, so I usually just attach them, like, at this point. I like to attach them at this point and then, staple them on over here in the corner. Usually it's over on this side, you can do it whatever side or both sides, but all the way on the edge, and you can do it on the back side too, you can staple it on the back side if you want, and that's my preference, and you just need a little bit here to staple it. Sometimes I staple it to the front, sometimes the back. Especially if I don't want it to cover up these ribbons, I'll staple it to the back so you can still see it, but it's not in front of this stuff. But there have been times I've had a mom completely made and they're like, she now really wants a feather boa. So what I do, which I can't show you because I don't have a backer on there, is lift up those loops or whatever that you have on the top backer and just hot glue it between the backer and the ribbon loops. And it works. But that's not my preference, but if you're adding one last minute, and I will tell them, "Okay, I can glue it on there between a couple of layers, but just be aware that it's not going to be as secure as it would be if I had added it while it was being made. So please don't, you know, if something happens, if somebody pulls on it and it comes off, it may come off, please don't blame me." Change the ship by date. Oh, for, I know. I wish me and you could get together and you can like we could have this like Etsy on and really work over the listings and say, okay, you know, what's going to work better with like shipping and all that kind of stuff. Be right back. So like your October mums, I changed the ship by date to end of September. Okay, so after you get the order, you change the ship by date to when it needs to be when you need to ship it so they'll get it on time. Is that what you're saying? Because that sounds like a really good idea. Uh, eat between the second and third, or you know, or okay, if you do it on the front, it's going to be between the first and second. But if you attach it to the back, since this is the middle one's going to be the second backer. If you attach it to the back, then it's going to be between the second and third. So either one of those, whatever way you like it, clip it on there. When you get to this point and you want to attach it, get like some alligator clips or something and clip it on there to the front and see how you like it. Clip it onto the back and see which way you like it better. Yes, Madison. Oh, I hope you do a video of it, like at least showing it finished or something. Oh, that's gonna be cute. Did you get some backers? Or are you gonna make your own? Um, it's been a long time since I've done a triple on a heart shape, and somebody actually was gonna order one, but then she had to order a garter as well, so they went ahead and backed up to a double. But next year they're gonna do a triple, so they're planning on it anyway. Okay, DJ, that sounds good. I'll have to try that. Yeah, see, I sometimes you have to like just wedge something in between the layers or the loops in the backer. Yeah, move it to the back and see if you like it better that way. And every mom's gonna be different. You may like it on the, front side on one and the back side on the other. Oh, yeah. So, what I would do, I mean, you could cut out a heart shape if you want. Uh, it's up to you, but what I did on, because I made several small ones for these Pee Wee cheerleaders one year, and I used like 4-inch flowers, so they were small hearts. But I just used my round backers, just like I do on the double where I overlap them. That's how I did the heart. I overlapped them until it looked, full, and I put my flowers in there before I attach the backers, and make sure that it's as full as I want it to be. But of course, you could also get some roses and stuff and glue it in between too and make it like a really like full, or some smaller flowers and smaller mum flowers and glue in there. So when someone orders that October 7th, I won't ship it in 2 weeks, but I changed this ship date to September 26th. Okay. Okay. I got you. Yes. They have them on. Can you order direct from ACI? I mean, that's how I did those little ones. And when I was going to do, when she said she wanted to triple, that's what my plan was. I mean, I could cut out a good size heart on here if I wanted to. Um, and that might, I mean, you may want a heart. It may be easier for you on attaching the loops because, where the rounded ones, let me just grab three so I can show you. So for a double, I attach them something like this where they overlap really good. And then for the triple, same thing, just like this. But when you're attaching your loops and stuff, this may confuse you right here. I just attach, if I'm trying to do them the same, I just attach it out further than these, just make sure that they're even. Otherwise, you might have a loop that's out too far or in too far. So that's the only problem with doing it this way. It may confuse you in these little sections because you want that straight line with your loops or whatever you're using back there to make it look like a heart. And actually, when I did the Pee Wee ones, this was before I knew how to do like a lot, very many things. I didn't even know how to do the loops. I took a feather boa and just glued it straight down so it covered up this gap. Glued it like this, and that was my backer. Oh, or tinsel too. I did some of them with tinsel and I did some with feathers. I didn't do any loops or anything, and they look like little hearts, and they were so cute, and it was so simple. Oh yeah, that's true, and some wide satin ribbon too. Yeah, that brand. I know you can. I know ACI has a store through Amazon, but they don't have everything on there. And I think I've seen them, but I don't know if they're, as giant as you're wanting. Yes. See, I've never been. I'd love to go to one of those just to see it, even if I didn't, buy all my supplies there, just to see it. Yes, TJ, you can do two ovals too. And then you would, You know, it would still be rounded on the bottom, but that's okay. You would have that straight line instead of the gaps in between. Good idea. See, Irene used it. Oh, wow. Oh, that's gonna be awesome. You are going big. Yes, their Amazon storefront is terrible. If I can't find certain trinkets or color of ribbon or something, you know, that I'm looking for, I'll check there, but you know, you're gonna pay at least double. And it's just it's and when you try to search homecoming stuff on Amazon, you get the weirdest stuff come through. It's crazy. I hate it. I hate trying to find homecoming mom supplies on Amazon. Oh, see, that's me, Amanda. I would be afraid I'd spend way too much. One of these days, but I'm telling you, if I ever go, we're gonna like set a date and other people are gonna have to show up. And I know that everybody, like nobody lives close by there, I don't think, but if I'm ever gonna go, it's gonna have to be a date and everybody's gonna have to show up, as many people as can. Yes, Amazon drives me batty. I can't remember if they have big hearts there or not. I mean, she's wanting big, big. Girl, I wouldn't even know what to do with one that huge. You know, that's just not something people order that want to wear around this area. That it's just not. Um, and Etsy, you know, I get some doubles and stuff, but nothing like crazy like that. I mean, if somebody threw that at me, I would take the challenge. All right. Yeah, no shopping on Amazon. I hate it. Did you really? Oh gosh. I just can't justify driving that far for that. Plus, I don't like going near Dallas if I can't if I don't have to. Oh yeah, I've tried looking up mum flowers on Amazon. Carnations, carnations, carnations. Hydrangeas. I can't remember what else, but it's ridiculous. We need TJ to go live again. You did a good job. I don't know why you're so hard on yourself. And I really want to learn how to do collabs or, you know, go on together, but I think I have to buy Streamlabs. I've got the free version. I think you have to buy it to be able to do that, if I remember right. Is it big? Well, Miss K, you may have some tips for because you do big ones. Azure? No, I'm not familiar with that. I've never heard of that. I love me some All American Balloon though. They don't have everything, but they just have the best prices. And she is so nice. The lady that like, she'll call me if they end up being out of something. She'll call me and let me know. Or yeah, okay, I'm gonna give you a refund because we didn't have this as many as we said we did on this. Or you know, I mean, just the care. The very first experience I had with them was bad. Um, they were like crazy busy and just like I was missing some things and stuff, but she went overboard to really make it right, and ever since then, I've never had another issue with them. Yes, she needs to go live. It's a homesteading thing. Oh, I watch, you know, a couple of homesteading channels, but I don't watch a lot of it, so I don't understand, you know, a lot what's going on. I think it's interesting to watch, but I have a question. Might get hate for this, but what is the big live of boas? I don't know what that means. Big love of boas? Is that what you meant? Love, okay. Some people love boas, I don't know. They drive me crazy because there's feather freaking everywhere in my house, and Lucy likes to chew them up. I can't remember why I got Streamlabs. It was just like some of the YouTubers I watched had Streamlabs, so I was like, "Okay." But I know there's several of you that use StreamYards. I may have to change. Yes, Amanda, it is. So, like, in February, I ordered a whole bunch of stuff, so I got the free shipping, and I was like, "Okay, before I spend all this money that I've made over homecoming season, I need to go ahead and order for my next season." Of course, I didn't have everything I needed, but I got the majority of my supplies, and I got free shipping. But, of course, there's been, like, at least 3 times since 2 or 3 times since that I've had to order more stuff. That drives me crazy. The shipping hasn't been terrible, like, some places the shipping is outrageous, and theirs isn't as bad. Yeah, she's really see, you just don't get that level of customer service anywhere else. I know it's stressful, but you did so and if we could do it together, that would be better. I know it would, and that would be fun, like, if we could start having lives together, and me and Connie, and you and Connie, that would just be fun. Oh, okay. I gotcha. My husband watches some of those prepper channels too. That's actually a good idea. Yeah, some of those months are all about the feather boas too. If you wanna fill a mum up, make it thick and wide, add some feather boas. Yeah, that it just drives me crazy. I did buy a couple, when I went to Hobby Lobby recently, just in case, to have a black one and a white one just in case somebody wanted one, and when he was scanning them, like, feathers were flying everywhere, I just started laughing. I was like, "I'm sorry." That's a good idea, TJ. Really? I'm gonna have to check out StreamYard. Maybe get rid of Streamlabs. No, my local people, a lot of them like boas, but, um, seem like yeah, Dollar Tree, like, around Halloween and stuff, you used to be able to get some really cute they were the thin feather boas, but they would be cute colors, and they would be our school colors, so I would stock up and sometimes wrap, like, 2 or 3 of them together to make them really full because they were a dollar, and this was back when they were a dollar, and, so I make they don't want, like, expensive mums in this area, they just most of them don't. So if I could add a feather boa for a little bit extra, that would make them happy, but a lot of these girls here like little feather boas. They used to sell some that were, like, orange and black, and that one was real popular here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out, TJ, that may be a better option for me. Go for the boa. How funny, Irene. Isn't it funny too, different areas, like, they like different things? Big feathers, oh my gosh. Mhm. Well, some of those feather boas too are just, like, really thick. I don't know if they are buying them somewhere else. I mean, I don't know where they're getting them or if they're just wrapping a bunch of them together. I have no idea. But I have done 2 or 3 of them together to make one pretty thick. But the ones at Hobby Lobby are like 3 or $4, I think, and they're decent. Yes, I don't do it very much anymore, but I used to make a lot of little feather puffs or poofs on, on the end of a braid or just tied on or attached to some ribbon or something. And those were perfect for that. Oh, I don't blame you, TJ. Yeah, if you take all the air out, you can just flatten them down so much. It's so funny. Oh, yeah. You probably want to attach it to the back side then. She was hating me. She thought she was being nice. Oh, I forgot I was going to attach the thing on here, you guys. The little megaphone. I have done names on these little megaphones before. I mean, you have to cut the vinyl so thin. It doesn't always work good, but it's really cute if you can pull it off. I'm just loving this font. I think it's so stinking cute. Y'all are rocking. Okay, we won't tell anybody, Amanda. I'm a crafting hoarder. Does that count? I mean, if something happens in the world, we're not going to be able to survive off of any of the stuff that I have hoarded in my house, but I can craft all day long. I'm just gonna glue it like that. I have these little pom-poms, but I don't know if those will look cute. And I think they look silly. Now, I like to put these on, the trinkets, the cheerleading trinkets that where they're holding pom-poms. Sometimes I like to glue those on there so it gives the little trinket a 3D look, but I don't like it on this. Yeah, it would be pretty. Yarn hoarder. Yeah, she's a yarn hoarder. I not turn that on? I swear sometimes it shuts off. And the battery's going dead already. I changed this out today. I swear these batteries aren't lasting. Like the longer I have them, the less and less they're lasting. Good thing I have to constantly have one on the charger. Me too, TJ. I'm a ribbon hoarder too. And do you guys ever get like you'll have a really pretty ribbon and it may be like unique too. It may be one that you got seasonal and you're like, okay, they don't have it anymore. And it kind of you're like use it really sparingly and then when it starts getting down, to where you don't have much left, you're like you don't want to use it on anybody's mom or on anything because you're like, I don't want I want to save it. And it's like, what are you saving it for? I do that all the time, you guys. I can craft and watch a lot of movies. Wow. Not a hoarder, huh? Did you really? Oh, there you go. That's something. But that was something else, Sylvia. Hi, Robin. Oh, good. I'm not the only one. So y'all love your ribbons too. Yeah, me too, Amanda. Oh, Rachel too. Good. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I can't tell you how many times I'm like, oh, I'm like, go for it. And I'm like, no, 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 I want to save that one. I gotta save that one. It's the last time. What am I saving it for? I need to use it on something. Okay. I don't know if I want to break that off. I'm scared it's gonna mess up the whole thing, the little top part. But I will think if I want to put a little bow up there. I usually pop those suckers off, but I don't know. I've got more. It's okay if I mess it up. All right, it's all right. Got a little ridges up there, but it's not anything bad. Okay. And now I have glue stick. I just about burnt myself. Did you guys see that? I'm just going to press that down. I want it to set really well. I like my megaphones to be kind of slanted. I have it exactly where I want it. Exactly, Amanda. What if you can't find it anymore? You need to just hoard it and look at it every now and then and say, look at this pretty ribbon I have that nobody can use. Wouldn't it be nice? Like, okay, I want some without the little loop because I'm not going to use that. And plus, on these, they make it so small, and usually the hole is covered up. You can't even hang them anyway. So why do the little loop? It drives me crazy. Yeah, my pinky, like right there. I just like grazed over it. It wasn't enough to burn me or anything. All right, look how cute that is. Turn that dangerous weapon off. Get the little cheerleaders. That's the one I was talking about. That's really cute. I like to put stickers on these too, and it does stay on the Go Grain. I know you might be worried about that, but I have not had any issues yet. I just keep pressing it down and keep pressing it down, and I do use the permanent vinyl. I try not to get carried away with too many stickers because then it looks just like too much. Yeah, that drives me crazy when you're fighting them like that. But yeah, on those megaphones, I wish they'd just quit making that loop or make it bigger so you can actually use it. Oh, I burnt myself bad the other day too. I was like, and all you can do is just shake your hand to try and dry that glue because you can't do anything. Oh, thank you, Robin. It's called Farmhouse. We discussed it earlier. It's not on Cricut. It's one that I purchased from Creative Fabrica. Ooh, I did. That one went dead. Yeah, you'll hear me cursing and I'll just be like shaking a hand or something. Thank you, thank you. I think I'm gonna do maybe just one more. Let's see. This is one of those places I have to rein myself in. Thank you, thank you. I think the stickers just add something fun to it. I love when they're paw prints, when I can do a paw print on the little loops. Oh, really? Good. How fun. You can do so many, I mean, you can make them in so many different ways. I just love the pinwheel bow for some reason. That's my favorite, but I keep saying I'm going to try some other ones just to see how they look, see how I like them, but I just keep making them the same. Like a boutique style and maybe with a small flower in the center. Offer a different kind, but I just haven't gotten around to it. Waiting on the ribbon. Always waiting on ribbons, huh? Oh, I said I was going to do a cheerleader under here too. I think you can see her. If I do one right here, be able to see part of her anyway. Maybe not. I swear I was holding it up, you could see her. Well, when you turn it, you can see it. Oh well. I didn't do it on this one, but I've done it on other ones. I've got other hair bow tutorials. And I did say earlier, I think you missed it, is I've done them before with 3 loops on one side and 2 loops on one side. And I really like the 3 loops best. I think because it's more of a circle. But I do have videos that have it both ways. So be careful on which one you watch. If you're like really liking this one and then you watch the one with 2 loops, it's not going to look the same. So probably like one of the more recent ones should be this way. Oh, you blessed America. Oh, that's so funny. I love it. I say like fudgesicle and stuff a lot and weird things. And like I'll just throw out like a candy bar like Snickers or something sometimes. All right, good night, Jamie. Get that baby to bed. Thanks for joining. I appreciate you. Thank you, Diana. Night, night. I think this sucker is done. It's always a good feeling when you get a mum done, isn't it? Like such an accomplishment. And hopefully I won't forget to get pictures of these mums. Oh my gosh. But it has been raining a lot this week too, so it hasn't really been convenient. Like the day that I finished that long one, if you guys were here on that conversation, the extra long mini that I forgot to get pictures of, the day that I finished it, I couldn't get pictures because it was pouring down rain. So I was like, okay, I'll do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow didn't happen. Good night, Diana. Me too. I'm like, okay, something's going to happen. The roof is going to cave in and all these mums are going to be destroyed. Or I won't be able to make everybody's mum. My mind goes to weird places sometimes. ribbon. Just need to trim that off. I'm just super loving that font. Super loving. I gotta show it again. I just love it. I like to add the new stuff to my listings too when I make, from this season. I like to go and adjust my listings and add some of the photos of stuff that I'm doing this year. But then somebody sees it and like, oh, I want that too. I want that exact whatever. Sweet dreams, Kay. I know we're going late tonight. I don't even know how long I've been doing this. 2.5 hours. I think that's a record for me. I'm usually like toast by then, but when I ate this evening, which was right before I went on live, I drank a glass of unsweet tea with some Relight, which is an electrolyte drink, but it's peach, or no, it's mango, and I just can't drink. I'm not a big tea drinker anyway, and I used to occasionally drink like a peach tea or something, but I can't have all that sugar. So I add that Relight to it, which has like, I don't know what it has, one of those better sweeteners in it. I can't remember which one, but so it makes it like a mango tea. But I drank a big glass, and that was caffeine, so it's got me going. I went from being exhausted to I'm not a big caffeine drinker either. Well, I feel like I got a lot accomplished. I didn't do anything on there except for the custom cutout, but I got this little mum done, so having one done always makes me feel good. Can you guys see that's that white bucket I got from Walmart on clearance for $5. It's metal. And I had that pink basket, that woven basket, which looked like it was bigger. This holds way more. So I don't understand how that worked out, but yeah. Actually, I got all that cardstock, that's cardstock that I've already cut, so it's like pieces. And they were just like falling over though, but I had one of those things you put in your kitchen, like in a shelf or something that you put like lids or something in to separate. We had one that we weren't using, and it fit perfectly this way in there. So I've got all those folders and cardstock in those slots, and which is keeping it all from falling all over. It worked perfectly. Yeah, you had me distracted. And I think that little lid organizer was a Dollar Tree find, I'm pretty sure. And then I got my smart vinyl in it because I want to keep my smart vinyl separate from my regular vinyl. Thank you, Amanda. I missed that. No disasters. Yeah, exactly. All right, I'll include that too. We got another mum done or worked on. I'm sure other people were working on them too. I gotta check on this Etsy customer that was not happy. I had somebody that was not happy today. Not with a mom. Okay. She was confused about what she ordered. She thought she ordered it was something different. It was like the trinket sets or packs. And like all these different packs like this, and then garlands and stuff I have on a listing. And it's just like a lot of listings. And then the photos, I've got them broken down, like all the senior stuff is on one photo. And I guess she thought she was going to get everything on that photo, and all she got was this. So she was like, I didn't get it. But I did mess up because she ordered quantity 2 and I didn't see the quantity. I hate that, TJ. I don't know if you see that, but when somebody orders 2 of the same thing, it's just like a little, a little thing that says quantity 2 on the order. It drives me crazy. I don't know how many times I've never like missed giving somebody 2 before. It's the first time, but there's been a lot of times that I almost did because it's just like it's not anything highlighted or bold or anything. Like it's just like a little bitty thing next to all the writing that says quantity 2, like really tiny. I was so mad at myself. But anyway, but then she complained because she was like, this is all I got when I was supposed to get all this senior stuff. She thought it said, oh, like, I can't remember what her wording was now. It's been a couple hours ago. Oh, she thought it said there would be several senior items. And I was like, no, it just says senior pack, which is what it says on the back of this senior pack. And I had 2 available. She got both of them, but there was senior garlands available. And I had those on the same page. I had gold ones and silver ones all on the same picture. And I guess, people sometimes see a picture and they just assume they're getting everything on that picture and don't read carefully or something. But anyway, so I messed up and she messed up, but I made her happy. So that's good. I saw that she messaged me, or I'm going to make her happy. Rachel was working on it. I'm on too. Good. I'm glad I'm watching the Cowboys game. Hey, do whatever you are. Love my boys. Oh. Yeah, no, it was not a mom, thankfully. It should be like bold or highlighted or something. It's just like I can't tell you how many times if they order the same thing, 2 of the same thing, it just says quantity 2 like over on the side, really small, and that's all you get. And actually, like when I look at the app or something, I don't even see that. Like it's just when I print it out, because I always print out a packing slip, that's when I usually catch it. Because that's the times where I've almost done it is because I printed that out and I caught it by just seeing that little tiny quantity 2 on there. Now, if they order 2 different things, then it lists those items individually, and that's awesome. Hi, Jody Jackson. How are you? We're done crafting, but we're just chatting, so you're more than welcome to join in and chat. Oh, I would be horrified if I did a mum wrong though. I'm constantly looking back at the order form and the notes that I have written. Am I putting the right name on there? Am I putting this on there? Because especially when you're really busy, I mean, it's easy to make mistakes. And every time I've shipped these things out, it's been like several orders. Like or today, 7 boxes went out today, and the other day it was like 4. Yeah, exactly. They need to do something about that. But I apologize profusely for what I did. And then I sent her a link of the listing again and screenshotted the photo and where it lists senior garland silver, senior garland gold, senior pack gold, senior pack silver, and then I told her, if you look, it says senior pack, but I hate that she ordered something that she didn't want to, or not what she thought she was getting. That's frustrating. But I offered her a couple of options on how to fix it. I'm glad you're doing great. I hear my children in there arguing. Are you guys fighting in there? Everybody can hear you. They're whispering now. Oh, goodness. Oh, gosh. I can't wait to wear this out in public and people like, mom season. You just have your little one there with you. Lucy's been pretty much sleeping on the couch the whole time, facing me. Is your belly feeling better? Lucy, are you feeling better? She's just staring at me. Oh, it's always nice when Grandma takes one or both of them. Oh no, the bug, huh? Thank you, Jody. Some of my merchandise on my YouTube channel. I had fun designing that. See, it was doing that to me, and I thought, was it just because it's me? I don't know what's going on. I don't know how to fix it because it's got the link, and I copied the link from Spreadshirt, and you automatically link it with YouTube. I don't know if it's some kind of bug or if it's something I'm doing wrong, because I even went to Spreadshirt and like tried to link it and put it in my about on my YouTube channel, and it did the same thing. And I thought, okay, maybe it's just happening to me. Let me find it again. Shop URL. It doesn't show me what my URL is, but it lets me copy it. I mean, I would probably guess that I'm doing something wrong. No, let me. I was going to comment and see if. Here. See if it does the same thing. That is from like Spreadshirt website, my shop URL. So I may have to contact them if it's not doing it right. I have 3 boys, well grown. They are playing Xbox, and it sounds like daycare. Yeah, 2 of mine are grown too, but one still lives here. I'm fine with that. I don't care. That was Connie, wasn't it? That made the homecoming court mums that you're probably thinking of. Connie at the Southern Cottage. Thank you, Robin. I was proud of the design. I thought it looked really cute. I was hoping it was bright and bold and just kind of fun. Okay, so I'm gonna have to like contact Spreadshirt then. Let me see if I can. Oops. Dang it. Copy and paste the website, see what that does. That's the same thing. That is so weird. Is that the same? Yeah, that's the same. That is weird. Rachel's got grown kids too. Yeah, I don't mind. It'd be too quiet if nobody was here. Yeah, the Southern Cottage. She's at a game or she'd be on too. She said hello right before, right at the beginning, but they were leaving. Okay, I'm gonna have to like get on there and ask for help and find out what's going on then. Weird. Huh. Yeah, when I click on, there's a button that says visit shop, it takes me to my YouTube channel. That is weird. But it lets me order product samples. That is crazy. Yeah, I like my tribe too. My oldest is out of the house. He's going to college, like a little over an hour away. And I think he's happy now with all his independence. But he went to school here close by for 2 or 3 years and stayed home. And we were just fine with that. I'm sorry, guys. I can't believe that's not working. I mean, even if I go to the top, copy and paste up here, because there's a place down here where you can copy the URL, but I was copying up here too, and I was clicking on visit shop, and so it's got to be a Spreadshirt thing. Something not right. That's aggravating. I will tell them to fix it. For senior guys, do y'all do their garters in the white, silver, or school colors? It depends on what they want. I've done both. Somebody wants it in silver and white, and some wants the school colors. So just whatever the customer wants. Oh gosh, those seniors are expensive. Yeah. And we'll have one in a couple of years too. Our kids are all spaced out. I was like, well, we're spaced out. At least we'll only have one in college at the same time, one at a time, but that's not the case. It looks like they're all going to be in college around the same time. Yes, it is. Yeah, see, in different areas of Texas have different traditions about that stuff. Like the school here that my kids go to, I've never made a silver and white one or a gold and white one. Never. And I've never seen it either. But one school, like the bigger school close to here that's like 15 minutes away, I did make a senior mum that was silver and white for someone. So I don't know if it's the kids or it's the school or what. It's just everybody's different. Oh, yeah, you got them. Okay, so I have a 15-year-old, I have a 19-year-old, and a 24-year-old. So we're right there together. That Spreadshirt thing's driving me nuts now. And I don't even know where to go for help. Tips and tools. Oh, that is not any help. That's not any help at all. Oh my gosh. It's probably going to be one of those places where you can't. Okay, I'm gonna have to try to find some help on there. Oh, really? First year for a football team must be really small. We have a small one nearby that doesn't have a football team. Wow, look at you go. I'm not a grandmother yet. Doesn't look like I will be anytime soon. I hope not. I mean, not that I don't want to be, but not yet. Oh, how pretty. I bet that's so pretty. Pink and white and lime. Yours are spaced out too, that baby. She must have been an oops baby. That's, yeah, that school that I was talking about, they did a basketball homecoming too, and I made a couple mums for them one year. But it is quite a ways away. It was like somebody that ordered mums for me locally. She had friends over there, and she ordered a couple for them uh, one year, just as a surprise gift. I don't think they could afford it on their own, and she just wanted to give them a gift one year. But it's kind of nice to get some basketball homecoming orders, off season. I just feel sorry for people that try to make mums that don't have like big stashes for those basketball, because where do they buy? I mean, you can't go anywhere local and buy stuff. You have to order stuff online, or they have to buy it during football and hold on to it. That's funny. So you were happy to see that. See that, Daddy. Oh, that's funny. You were missing him. Oh, did they? No, I'm surprised that I don't see like a few basketball, orders here and there on Etsy. Yeah, they are different. Oh, senior parent month. That's fun too. I've done some mom mums before. Those are fun. And grandma mums. Make them feel special. Last year, actually, a lady ordered 3 wrist mums. I think it was for her and her sisters, because it was either she had twin sons that were graduating, or nephews, I can't remember. So all the mums, had the same names on them for the 2 twins that were graduating. But I made each one just slightly different, so they were all like a little bit unique. But I just thought that was neat that the aunts wanted wrist mums. Carnations, that's a good idea. Yeah, real small, just like almost like a corsage, a little bit bigger than a corsage, but with streamers and stuff. I bet they are. I was too when I first saw homecoming, like walked in the elementary school and all these kids are wearing. I'm like, I looked at the teacher and like, what is going on? Yes, they are a good sub, especially on those little ones. That's a good idea too. They do. It's crazy, especially when you just like don't hear anything about it and you walk in and see it. Oh my gosh. I don't know what I would have done if I walked into a school and they were wearing like the giant ones. Holly, what are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? She's gotta be sitting in the same room with me. Where did Lucy go? What is it? You can't get up here, you're too tiny. This poor baby, she's a mess. She needs a haircut and a bath, something fierce. Look at her, don't judge. I have to cut her and bathe her because she does not like to go anywhere else. She bites and acts a fool. But I bathe her out in the garage. We have one of those deep tub sinks out in the garage, but it's so hot. I cleaned her really, really good at the beginning of summer, and now, I'm just gonna have to wait till it cools down. And I also have to cut her outside because the hair gets everywhere. And it's just been too hot. I'm not doing that to either one of us, so she's just looking bad for a while. I thought about me. No such luck, huh? I bet, Rachel. Yes, I have. That was so funny, Amanda. That was hilarious. Because, mom means mom there. It is funny. Oh, did they? That's good. You're down. Come here, Lulu. You want to say hi? Come here, baby. What you doing? They always need some love. Mama ignores them for too long, huh? Will you quit putting your big paw on me? Sweet girl. Well, it is almost 10 o'clock, y'all. Look how late you guys kept me up. I don't even know how long I got rid of that other other page that shows me how long we've been going. Yes, I think I wore Reading Mom on parent night, or maybe it was homecoming. I can't remember. For my oldest. But I know my mom was in town for my oldest. He played football though, and I made her a little mom, a grandma mom. I've enjoyed it too, Amanda. Thanks for joining in. I'm so glad y'all got to come visit. We had a good visit tonight. I like when we have a good visit. It's not fun when nobody's on. I went back and I was trying to see when I did my first live, and now I can't remember when it was. Was it a year ago or longer than that? I can't remember now. It was a couple of weeks ago when I looked, but it's just like either nobody was on or one or two people, and it takes a while to join or to grow a community though. But it's so much more enjoyable with people chatting. I appreciate each and every one of you watching. Well, I hope so. I'm hoping to continue to do them on Friday nights. I know football is going to start, so some people won't be able to do it. Oh, and you're going to make it yourself too, aren't you, TJ? And if my schedule allows, I'll still try to do one during the day. It hasn't allowed for one the last couple of weeks because there's been too much going on. And I know next week we've got like 2 appointments, and I'm just running kids everywhere, and it's like impossible to do one. But I will try to do a daytime one too, especially for the people that, go to the games or just can't join in on a Friday night. Yeah, I never did I didn't make me a parent one, but I did have a little ring mom. One day, TJ, one day you can wear. But y'all need to get to bed. It's late. It's past your bedtime. I'm just kidding. Stay up and work on your moms as late as you want to. I'm gonna clean up and call it a night and start over fresh. But I'm so glad I got this this hairbow month finished. And I wasn't as out of it as I thought I was gonna be and not making sense. I thought I was gonna be really loopy, and I wasn't. So I'm glad about that. It has been fun. Oh, you too. Thank you, Amanda. Good night. Yes, you'll have to. That's right. Well, not everybody goes to football games. It has Robin. Good night, Robin. Good night, everybody. I appreciate y'all so, so much. Thanks for supporting my channel. Thanks for being here. Oh, is it National Dog Day? Give her some airtime. She said hello just a minute ago. Y'all miss it? National Dog Day. I did not know that. Lucy always has to say hi. Well, I appreciate y'all again. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for supporting my channel. Thanks for giving me a thumbs up. Of course, y'all are more than welcome to comment on any videos, and I will do my best to answer any questions and help you guys. Yeah, that's the best time in it, TJ. Good night, good night, good night. Thank you again. Don't forget to share this video, like this video, comment. Please be kind with your comments. Please be kind to yourself. As always, happy mum making, everybody. Happy crafting. And for those of you that watch this video later, I'll put in some links so you can subscribe to my channel right here. You can watch my most recent upload. Here is a playlist I think you will enjoy, and one more video I hope you like. Have a wonderful and blessed evening. Happy mum making again. Good night, good night, good night, good night, good night. Love you all.